After shooting at a 4th of July parade that left 7 people dead in suburban Chicago this week, could we see additional legislation introduced to curb further incidents? KIMT News 3's Alex Juergens spoke with Iowa U.S. Senator Chuck Grassley about the issue. He joins us now in Mason City. Alex.
Well, Amy, the shooting that took place in Highland Park, Illinois this week shook many of us as we were celebrating America's independence. Earlier today, I caught up with Senator Chuck Grassley during a visit with business leaders and community leaders as well this morning in Mason City to get his thoughts on the tragedy and if there's anything that could prevent future tragedies like this. Recently, the Senate passed a bipartisan bill that includes provisions for mental health, school safety, crisis intervention programs, and incentives to include juvenile records in the National Instant Criminal Background Check System, or NICS. This comes after a string of mass shooting incidents around the country. And despite the tragedy that unfolded this week in Illinois, he doesn't feel additional legislation will be introduced, as he believes that the most recent bill that was passed is pretty extensive and comprehensive to address incidents like this.
Considering the fact that this bill was supposed to take care of the problems that happened at Uvalde, and it may have been different when somebody's shooting into a parade, but not enough different that I think people see the legislation that was passed about all that can get a bipartisan compromise to be passed now.
I also asked Senator Grassley a little bit more about that bipartisan legislation. While he agrees with certain facets of that legislation, including strengthening school security and addressing mental health training and services, one part of the bill he does not side with is not having enough due process for constitutional rights when it comes to gun ownership. Live in Mason City, Alex Juergens, KIMT News 3.
Thank you, Alex. In light of the shooting this week, New Jersey Governor Phil Murphy signed legislation aimed to curtail gun violence, with one bill allowing the state's attorney general to pursue lawsuits against the firearm industry.